Today, I want to delve into a profound idea. What if the universe is always conspiring to provide you exactly what you need? But can we truly trust this? Can we surrender to the flow of life and allow things to unfold naturally without clinging to control? Let's explore this beautiful concept together, drawing inspiration from the teachings of Alan Watts. Have you ever considered that everything you're searching for might already be here, in this very moment? Alan Watts once said, "The meaning of life is just to be alive." It is so plain and so obvious and so simple. And yet, everybody rushes around in a great panic as if it were necessary to achieve something beyond themselves. This simple truth is often overlooked because we're too busy chasing something out there, always reaching for the next thing. But what if the key to fulfillment isn't found in striving or chasing? What if it lies in trusting the universe and aligning ourselves with its natural flow? Let's begin by unpacking the difference between our endless desires and our true needs. In modern society, we are inundated with messages that encourage us to want more. More money, more possessions, more accomplishments. We're taught that happiness is just one more achievement away. But as Alan Watts so wisely observed, you can only be comfortable when you stop trying to be something more than you are. Think about it. How often do we confuse our wants with our needs? We desire the latest smartphone, the trendiest clothes, or the newest car, believing they'll bring us happiness. Yet, once we attain them, the satisfaction is fleeting and the cycle of wanting begins again. Watts described this as being trapped on a hedonic treadmill, where we run endlessly but never truly arrive. He put it beautifully when he said, "It's like you took a journey to get somewhere, and you forgot to enjoy the ride." Life is not about acquiring things or achieving status. It's about finding joy in the present moment and recognizing that our true needs are often far simpler than our desires would have us believe. Alan Watts frequently emphasized that our constant pursuit of more blinds us to the abundance already present in our lives. He remarked, "The more we strive for something, the more we reinforce the idea that we lack it." This is a profound insight into human psychology. When we focus on what we don't have, we perpetuate a sense of scarcity. So how do we escape this endless cycle? The answer lies in redefining what we truly need. Watts urged us to distinguish between the things that bring temporary pleasure and those that fulfill our deeper intrinsic needs. For example, while material possessions may provide short-term gratification, they rarely lead to lasting contentment. In contrast, experiences like love, connection, creativity, and a sense of purpose nourish us on a deeper level. Watts reminded us, things are symbols of themselves, not the source of happiness. The sooner we grasp this, the freer we become from the chains of endless wanting. One of the most liberating lessons from Alan Watts is the idea of surrendering control. He famously said, "You're not controlling the water. You're dancing with it." Life is not a machine we can manipulate to produce desired outcomes. It's a dynamic, ever-changing flow. And yet, how often do we try to impose our will on life? We create rigid plans, cling to specific goals, and resist anything that doesn't align with our expectations. But this need for control is an illusion. As Watts explained, to resist change, to try to hold on to life, is like holding your breath. If you persist, you kill yourself. Letting go of control doesn't mean giving up on our dreams or ambitions. It means trusting that life has its own rhythm and wisdom. It's about learning to move with the current rather than against it. As Watts would say, muddy water is best cleared by leaving it alone. At the heart of Watts's philosophy is a profound trust in the universe. He believed that life is inherently good, abundant, and self-sustaining. He explained, "The universe is a continuous dance of patterns. It is not working against you, but unfolding as it should." This perspective challenges us to shift from a mindset of scarcity to one of abundance. Instead of seeing the universe as a hostile or indifferent place, we can begin to view it as a supportive force that always provides what we need, though not always in the way we expect. Watts often used the metaphor of music to illustrate this idea. The point of the music is not to reach the end of the composition, but to enjoy every note along the way. Similarly, the point of life is not to achieve a particular outcome, but to experience and embrace the journey. One of the most fascinating aspects of Alan Watts's teachings is his exploration of interconnectedness. Drawing on concepts from Eastern philosophy and modern science, he explained that everything in the universe is interrelated. He often referenced the idea of Indras Net, a metaphor from Hindu and Buddhist traditions that describes the universe as a vast web of interconnected jewels, each reflecting all the others. Watts expanded on this by saying, "You are not a separate entity. You are the universe experiencing itself." In modern physics, the concept of quantum entanglement echoes this idea. Just as particles can influence each other across vast distances, our actions, thoughts, and intentions ripple through the fabric of reality in ways we may not fully understand. Watts described it as being one with the whole cosmic dance. This interconnectedness reinforces the idea that the universe is not a random, chaotic system, but a beautifully ordered whole in which everything is connected and purposeful. Watts was a passionate advocate for living in the present moment. He often pointed out that our obsession with the past and the future robs us of the joy available here and now. He said, "You are an aperture through which the universe is looking at and exploring itself. Stop looking elsewhere for the answers." By grounding ourselves in the present, we open ourselves to the abundance that surrounds us. It's only when we stop worrying about what might happen or regretting what has already happened that we can truly see and appreciate the gifts life offers us in every moment. Another cornerstone of Watts's philosophy is the practice of non-attachment. He explained, "You cannot grasp the water in your hand. The harder you squeeze, the faster it escapes. But if you open your palm, it will remain." Non-attachment doesn't mean we stop caring about life or its outcomes. Instead, it means letting go of our rigid expectations and embracing the natural flow of events. This openness allows us to receive what the universe has to offer without clinging to specific results. Watts often linked this idea to the Buddhist concept of wu wei, effortless action, or going with the flow. He believed that when we align ourselves with the universe's rhythm, life unfolds with a natural ease and grace. So, how does the universe provide? Watts believed that it happens in ways that often defy our understanding or expectations. He explained, "The universe doesn't give you what you want. It gives you what you need to awaken. Sometimes, what the universe provides doesn't match our desires, and it can feel like a setback or failure. But if we step back and look at the bigger picture, we often realize that those challenges were necessary for our growth and evolution." Watts encouraged us to trust this process, saying, "Every experience is part of the whole. The light needs the dark, just as the wave needs the trough." If trusting the universe feels abstract or difficult, here are a few practical steps inspired by Alan Watts's teachings. Spend time each day connecting with the present moment. Whether through meditation, deep breathing, or simply observing your surroundings, mindfulness helps you cultivate a sense of peace and trust. Alan Watts often emphasized the importance of appreciating life's simple pleasures. Make it a habit to acknowledge the abundance already present in your life. Let go of rigid plans and be open to unexpected opportunities. As Watts said, "When you let go of what you think you need, you discover what you truly need." Life is inherently unpredictable, but that's part of its beauty. Learn to see uncertainty as a space for growth and possibility. Alan Watts's teachings remind us that life is not something to be controlled or mastered, but something to be experienced and trusted. The universe always provides, not necessarily what we want, but what we need to grow, awaken, and thrive. As Watts so eloquently put it, "You are the Big Bang, the original force of the universe, expressing itself as you. Trust it." So I encourage you to pause today and reflect on your relationship with life. Are you flowing with the universe or resisting it? What happens if you let go of control and simply trust? Thank you for joining me on this journey. If you've had experiences where the universe has provided for you in surprising or profound ways, I'd love to hear them in the comments below. And don't forget to check out my next video, where we'll explore the transformative power of mindfulness.